Assalamu alaikum guys, my name is Ahtisham and today I am here to represent the book of time management. So first of all, let's talk about the book. Uh, there are some chapters which we divide into our groups member. The first chapter was introduction, the second one is the misconceptions about time management, and the third one is the symptoms of time management. Now I like to introduce Mr. Anas, who will share his part of book towards you.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. Today I am gonna first of all introduce you to my topic, that is the 11 thieves of time management.
Assalamualaikum guys, my name is Noor and the topic which I have in this book is the time management matrix and the effective elements of time management.
Assalamu alaikum everybody, I am Shoaib and let me introduce my topic in this book, getting oriented to manage time, overcoming barrier to effective time management.
Let's talk about the first chapter of the book, which is introduction to the time management. The book starts with the great quote of the Bruce Lee, which is that we all have a time to manage or spend. Then it is our decision what to do with it. But once it starts, it's gone forever. We all know that on the earth, every individual have the same amount of time. The time management introduction is not so easy. It is just not the management of time, but it's behind the time management there is a secret, that how can we utilize our time into best activities by avoiding those type of activities which waste our time. Introduction of the time management can be quoted as how to maximize the output by utilizing the minimum time. We all know that on the earth there is all resources can be manipulated without the time. Let's talk about the second chapter of this book, which is misconception about the time management. The first misconception about the time management is that the time management is so easy and pretty easy. Yeah, it's acceptable that the time management is so easy, but utilize yourself according to the disciplines of time management is pretty hard. Some people use the diary and they have to-do list and a security to organize themselves, but it is totally wrong according to the time management, because one cannot manage other self while he organize or manage himself. Second misconception is that the work is better performed in the pressure, but it is totally wrong, because in the pressure the person only give his best or his totally hard working support to the action in the critical circumstances. Now let's talk about the third chapter of the time management book, which is the symptoms of dis or miss time management. There are several symptoms of this time management, like the productivity of the organization is decreased by a large amount. The manager attend the meeting so late, which causes depressions, or the daily routine weaknesses, and there are certain issues occur in their health issues.
So 11 time thieves are basically 11 factors which affect or influence the effective time management. So let us start the countdown. Number 1, poor planning. Planning means the coordination of work activities, whether they are individual or whether they are grouped into group tasks. Good coordination and coherence result in better results. Any diversion in this would result in this factor to be a time thief. Number 2, crisis management. See, management means planning, organizing, leading and controlling of group activities or individual activities or just activities. So crisis management would mean to plan, to organize, to lead and control work tasks in the situation of some kind of risk or uncertainty. In the times of uncertainty, primary tasks should be upheld first and secondary tasks should be upheld later on. Any diversion, or if these are not considered in this way, in this pattern, in this alignment or arrangement, then this element would also be a time thief. The third factor which affects the effective time management is procrastination. Procrastination means putting off or delaying or deferring an action to a later time. So this is the third time thief. The fourth factor in our list is interruptions. Interruptions are basically distractions that arise due to the lack of planning. Interruptions directly affect the precision and accuracy of our work. The fifth factor in our list is non-delegating. It is said that teamwork is the best work. Wanting to do by all oneself is another factor that would trigger the managers. This is basically another form of autocratic leadership, which is completely a contradiction or completely opposite to democratic type of leadership, in which the leader takes all the employees or subordinates on board and then proceed. So this is the fifth time thief that affects the effective time management. The sixth factor which affects the time management is unnecessary meetings. These are the meetings without any specific agenda and whose result is absolutely nothing, or nothing comes out of it. So this is a sixth time thief which affects effective time management. Seventh factor in our list is the shifting blues. It is simply disorganization. Since organization means a well-ordered pattern, so this would mean a not well-ordered pattern or a bad ordered pattern. So a bad order pattern is basically the pattern in which there is no right man for the right job. So this would be the seventh time thief of our time management. Eighth factor of our discussion is poor physical setup. This means the infrastructure of the company or the material resources within the organization. A company or an organization with good material resources and good infrastructure motivate the employees to work better. Otherwise the employees would not work better, and this would result in this element to become a time thief. The ninth factor of our discussion is poor networking. Networking in this context means the chain of relationship between employees and managers and between the managers at different levels in an organization. A good relationship between the between managers at different levels result in good outcomes, and a bad relationship results in networking to be the ninth thief of effective time management and effective performance of the company. The 10th factor here is bad attitude. Nothing sinks a day more effectively than the bad attitude of manager. A manager should therefore adopt a good attitude towards its subordinates or toward his employees. Otherwise, attitude would result to be the 10th factor of effective time management. The 11th and final time thief is negative people. Being surrounded by negative people mean that managers are spending a lot of time with them and they are nothing getting out something purposeful, something that really matters. So negative people are basically the final and last time thieves of effective time management and collective performance of the organization. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Zarar and I am here to talk about the 6th and 7th chapter of the book Time Management. Let's talk about the 6th chapter of the Time Management book. The name of the 6th chapter is Monochronic and Polychronic Views of Time. Monochronic managers are the managers who follow a very strict schedule, and their schedule is made by themselves. They do not like any distractions and they like to do one thing and one time. Monochronic view of time is a very effective way of management, but it also has its side effects. Monochronic managers face problem when creating a new concept with their colleagues and when dealing with arguments. Now let's talk about polychronic managers. Polychronic managers are the type of people who like to do many things at one time. Now let's talk about polychronic managers. These type of people are the people who like to do many things at one time. They are committed to people more than their work, and they can borrow and lend money easily, whereas monochronic people cannot. Polychronic managers are highly distractible and they have the tendency to build relationship with other people. Now let's talk about the 7 chapters, which name is the 5 time zone management. This chapter tells us how to balance between monochronic and polychronic. In this chapter, 5 main points are given. Number 1, vision and goal. Number 2, plans. Number 3, personal organization system. Number 4, commitment. And number 5, energy. The first point is vision and goal. A manager should search for a vision rather than task, and the vision will be made from his own personal values. When a manager has a clear vision and goal, tasks will automatically arise in front of him, and he will have the motivation to cope up with them. The second point is plans. Once the manager have a clear vision and goal, he needs a plan to execute his vision. The best way is that he draw every aspect of his vision in a piece of paper and discuss it with his colleagues, so that they have a clear vision of the objective in front of him. The third point is personal organization system. This point can be described as creating a suitable and comfortable environment for you and your colleagues, having enough supply so that everyone and you can fulfill every task. For example, having enough desks, air-conditioned halls, materials, writing materials, and etc.
Assalamu alaikum friends. I represent my topic of this book. The first part of my topic is the barrier that waste your time, and the second part of my topic how to overcome these barriers to affect time management. Barriers that waste your time. The first one is lack of discipline. The second one is personal disorganization, and the third one is telephone interruption. The fourth one is unscheduled meeting, and the fifth one is lack of delegation. The second part is how to overcome these barriers. The first one is lack of information. The manager should know what he should do and then just do it. Manager need to set a specific and basic schedule or a framework to complete a task within a specific period. Second is personal disorganization. In personal disorganization, manager should stick with organization plan and put things that matter is some sort of order that sense to manager. One is telephone interruption. In telephone interruption, manager should fix a specific slot for socializing and business. Will help the manager to effectively reduce the telephone interruption. Implementation of screening procedure also help the manager to overcome a burden of unwanted telephone interruption. Fourth one is unscheduled meeting. In unscheduled meeting, manager should set the clear agenda before will provide the right direction to the meeting. Selecting an appropriate location and assessing the need of participation and coordination are also important. Necessary is conducting a meeting. Fifth one is lack of delegation. In lack of delegation, manager should balance the workload and reorder priorities, giving credit, reward employee, and fully delegation.